Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CMP Finance, where you make long and short-term investing simple. Today we're going to take a look at the NASDAQ and at a bunch of stocks, and I'll be giving you some upcoming information and also some trades that you could be taking in the short to long term. So without further ado, let's hop straight into it. Today on the NASDAQ, moved down 0.04%. Very low volume day. The reason being is because tomorrow, that is when we're going to have all the volume coming in. You have tons of news. You have news starting at 8 a.m. with building permits, with housing starts. And then later on in the day, you have a lot of talk with FOMC and the Fed press conference. You have Jerome Powell speaking at 2:30 here. And this is basically looking to get a basis point cut of 25% when it comes to interest rates in the US. So that's going to be very key. That's been kind of getting pushed back for a couple weeks now, but we're looking to make some new highs hopefully, and hopefully this is some very bullish information. Again, 95% chance that we get a 25 basis point cut. There is a 5% chance that we get a 50 basis point cut. The reason being for the 50, it's very low. I think that was just said so you don't get overly bullish in the sentiment, because again, you don't want the markets to just rip up and be imbalanced, and then people make money too fast, and that wouldn't be good for the economy. So I think that's the reason why. But 25 basis point cut, I think it's pretty much guaranteed. I think this has already been priced in, and that's what you can see in the past couple days here. We've had some very nice bullish action. I don't think there should be a doubt in anybody's mind that we are in a bull trend. We're at a brand new higher high, and we've been in this constant bull trend where we're making consistent higher highs and higher lows. That's ever since April 23rd, when we started to break out of our downtrend line for the resistance. But beautiful place that we're in for the NASDAQ. Right now, if we take a look at the Bollinger Bands, we can also see that as of all the closes in the market, they've been all above the upper Bollinger Band. This is one of my favorite strategies to do, is when the Bollinger Band gets touched at the lower band and then you have a break above the upper band after. And that's when you have a lot of momentum that you can continue with. And we actually just closed the trade today for the NASDAQ. We look to make about 1.27% on the chart. After our 9 times leveraged, that would be about 13 to 14%. So fantastic trade there, great risk reward of 3.79. And yeah, we've been killing it with the trades lately. And let's just take a look quickly at our shorter time frame here, our 50-minute time frame, just to see what happened in the market today. Pre-market hours, you had the market start to rise up from where we opened, and then the 9:30, you had a little bit of volume where we came kind of crashing down, and then as soon as 10 o'clock, we pretty much were just kind of stuck in this range. We didn't go anywhere whatsoever. So in the short term, if you're looking for a bullish break, take a look at a break above 24,300. That's where my cursor is right now, and that's going to give you good confirmation that we could be going to at least about 24,385. So that is my opinion for the NASDAQ. But let's take a look quickly at the heat map for the NASDAQ, and it's been very mixed here. Again, not too many stocks moved too much. You have AMD, Cisco, Google that have kind of just broken even. Amazon is kind of just slacking behind. It's one of the stocks that pulled back a lot. Same thing with Costco, and the same thing with Netflix. So we can see here that these are kind of just chopping around here. Microsoft, we had some bullish days before, and now Microsoft is pretty much pulling back to where we got a break of. And I'll just show you Microsoft really quick actually. I'll take a look for my ticker from Microsoft. This is the Microsoft chart here, and as we can see here, if we're looking for a break above the resistance line that we had, it's pretty much at 509. That's where we broke out of, and that's where Microsoft pulled back to now. I am going to speculate that this could be a potential resistance line and a potential key area of interest if you're looking for a short-term trade. So right now, my suggestion, again, Microsoft has pulled back a decent amount here, and if we just measure it out, Microsoft has fallen a total of 11.15 from the high to the low, and currently it's sitting down 8.29% from its all-time high. So I think this is a very good trade where you could be looking for new market all-time highs. You can see this kind of being priced in with the NASDAQ when it comes to the tech sector, just because again, we are at all-time highs for the NASDAQ, and most of these stocks here are not in all-time high territory. So I think it's about time that the stocks push up, boosting the NASDAQ up, and that's going to be very good for all the bulls in the market. But pretty much the trade that I'm looking for right here, you have your stop loss right underneath the support level over here. You have your take profit at 535. And why 535? I can see we have a lot of price action around this level here. So just in case we don't get a break above that, we can still get a pretty good risk reward ratio of about 5 in that parameter over there. Let's take a look at Berkshire Hathaway. Now this one is kind of having me on the edge a little bit. Berkshire Hathaway, we'll just zoom out to the daily chart over here. And right what we can see is that Berkshire Hathaway has fallen 13% from the very high point to the very low point, and it started to create a new bullish trend over here. Now, what am I saying here I was calling this a support level, and that's just because I thought the market was getting a nice correction from here. You had this doji candle, and then you had an engulfing candle, and now it's kind of just chopping around a lot. I think, again, it's just waiting for confirmation from the Fed decision tomorrow. But right now, if you are looking for a break of resistance, or you're looking for confirmation to be buying into Berkshire Hathaway, this is what I'm looking for here. I'm on the hourly chart or even the 4-hour chart, and I am waiting for a break of this resistance line. And then as we do so, I'm placing my trade, and then I'll be probably taking profit at about 560. If you want to wait for a little bit more confirmation, what you could be doing is you could be waiting for a break of this major resistance line, which is probably going to be about a break above 500 or 502. That's going to give you good confirmation that we're over psychological level, and that we're also making a new higher high in the sequence as well. So that's what you could be looking for in the short term when it comes to Berkshire Hathaway. Let's take a look at AMD, and the same thing with AMD. I think it's just waiting for more confirmation from the market, from the Fed press conference. But we have exited the resistance line here after this this is a pretty big fall for AMD actually. Right from the top to the bottom, you've fallen nearly 20%, and we really aren't that much lower right now, 14% from the very top. So if you are placing a trade now, I think a very smart position could be doing this, going for a long trade, having your stop loss right underneath our key support level over here at about $160 a share, and then having your take profit at something that is very conservative. I'm looking at about $179. That's $1 lower than 180. And if we ever do get stopped out, or the market already has a lot of take profits at 180, you don't get pushed down even more waiting for that perfect amount to cash out. So that's still a great risk reward of 4.41 and a take profit of 9.62. Again, all these trades have been listed already in the, actually, sorry, that risk reward is a lot better, sorry. Risk reward of 5.35. A lot of these trades, if not all of these trades, have been listed on the Discord community, and the Discord community is absolutely crushing it. 612.38% when it comes to just our stock trades alone. That's after a 3x leverage. And then with our NASDAQ trades, we're currently up 243.24%. Now, these are numbers that are before even compound interest. And if you're looking to learn how to beat the market like me, come take a look at that link in my description, wealth.com/TMPfinance. Real quick, I'll just show you another trade that we took very recently. This is just, this actually cashed out yesterday. And this was a beautiful trade for Tesla. Let's just take a look at the performance for the Discord community when it comes to just Tesla alone. We have 1 winning trade, 2 winning trades, 3, 4, and just as of yesterday, 5 winning trades. This is our biggest trade by far, 15.91%. Absolutely beautiful trade there. You have a great risk reward of 8.25, and after a 3x leverage, you're looking at about 16 times 3, which you can call about 42%. So massive days to be seen here. And as a swing trader, I love being a swing trader because I can wait for big confirmation, and I can have mass confluence in the market to have high probability on my trades. Just with Tesla alone, we're beating the market by 53.32%, and that's even before any kind of leverage whatsoever. After a leverage, you're looking at about a return of 165%. So Tesla has been absolutely massive in giving us some consistent trades in this past year. And these trades have only started ever since July. I hadn't been trading Tesla in the past year, even though I really should have, just because I personally don't like Tesla as a company. But you know what? It's beside the point of if I like it or not. If it's going to pay me, I'm not going to discriminate. If you want to get all the trades that I take in real time, you want to get take profit, stop loss, percentage risk allocation, come take a look at that link in my description, wealth.com/TMP-finance. Because you're trading with me, you're getting all the analysis done for you, and we're just absolutely crushing it. You're not going to find another trader doing this here. Let's just take a look at some other stocks here real quick. I want to talk about Apple for you guys. I'm not really big on Apple. I don't see the longevity right now. But right now for Apple, if you are a bull, you are waiting for a break above 237, which we have got. And then you're looking for the next take profit, which I think could be looked at about 247. So 247 will be a good take profit. You can have your stop loss right at the previous day low candle. And that's still a good risk reward of 3.11. So right now, that take profit level is right sitting at this resistance level over here. So I think this could be very, very probable, especially once we get that rate cut there. I think that could boost the market. But thank you very much for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow, and I will give you an update of what happens after all that news plays out. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you then. Later, y'all.